Suffering. Answers. Everyone suffers. It's unavoidable in this world. Parents lose children. Parents die young. Divorce tears families apart. People live with terrible addictions and diseases. We pray for healing and people die painfully. Many live with the trauma of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. Betrayal, abandonment, and misery caused by spouses, loved ones, and friends continues. People are persecuted, tortured, and martyred for their faith. Hatred and prejudice prevail. Holocausts bring horrible pain, suffering, and sorrows. Suffering goes on and on. It seems endless in this world. Suffering is one of the greatest mysteries of all. Many great thinkers, philosophers, and religious people have tried to address this issue. Why is there suffering? Why do righteous people suffer? What is the cause, meaning, and purpose of suffering? What are we supposed to do with it? How do we live victoriously with suffering as Christians? Answers. We don't have to live in discouragement and despair with the sorrows this life brings. We don't have to remain in our grief and sorrows, overcome and defeated by them. There are some answers. Now. The complete mystery of suffering will eventually be revealed and understood when we meet God face to face. We have more than enough to go on, living this life with freedom, hope, humility, power, and love, no matter what. The God of the Bible is the creator of heaven, earth, and mankind. God is perfect, purposeful, and sovereign. Nothing is a mystery to him. God is love, and he is good. God did not create us without a plan for our lives. He knew life in this world would involve suffering after the fall, when sin entered the human race. God clearly lays out his existence, involvement, and plans for humanity in his Word, the Bible. He sent his Son, Jesus Christ, to redeem us from eternal death. Jesus came to earth, lived, taught, healed, died, and was resurrected. He will return. Jesus promised us trouble in this life, John 16:33, and offered us assurance that we can live this life as overcomers, no matter what. We know that all things work together for good to those that love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. So, suffering happens because we live in a fallen world and God is sovereign. He knows all about suffering. He allows and uses it for his higher purposes. Those two answers don't seem to be enough to ease the terrible pain of suffering. Something's missing. They are true and make sense, but there must be more. The Lord could have set up the whole human race without suffering from the start to the finish in this life, but he didn't. Why not? Why did he allow the possibility of suffering from the beginning? Now we are getting deeper. He gave man the choice to love and obey him, or not from the beginning. We are not puppets, so he created Adam and Eve knowing they would not choose wisely. They would choose sin. They would choose self. Free choice enters the picture as another partial answer for suffering. But there is more, so much more. Could God have weaved creation, choice, sin, suffering, salvation, and sanctification into his master plan? Does God use suffering to teach us agape love? We shall see.